Turning the tide. But we can turn the tide. We can, we must, and we are. By taking the first step off the beaten path and into the woods again, we've already begun. More and more people are realizing this need and calling for direct experience outdoors to be a basic part of childhood. Parents, educators, psychologists, and authors are all buzzing with the same message as Richard Louv. We need to restore the bond between children and nature. The emphatic statement broadcast across the Western world is more than no child left behind. We need no child left inside. Knowing adults need this too, and that younger people model what older people do, makes it imperative that the grown-ups make nature connection a priority in their lives as well. But how do you do that? How do you get kids and their adults outside and into the nearby woods or even out to the backyard? Who can lead them into the forests and fields and deserts, giving them a chance, like me that day in Redmond, to touch unfiltered wilderness and be touched in return? If anyone holds the antidote to nature deficit disorder, if anyone can lead us and our children out from our concrete roads into the beating heart of our natural habitat and wake us up to life, Coyote can. Who is Coyote? Coyote, also known as Canis latrans, is a common mammal of North America. It's a canid, a member of the dog family. Generally, a coyote is about the size of a small golden retriever, about 4 feet from head to tail. It often trots with its tail down over its bottom and between its legs, as if it's just done something sneaky and needs to slink away from the scene. Coyote's dominant smell is signaled by its long nose, and it uses that natural gift to hunt rabbits, rodents, and occasional small deer, as well as to scavenge and eat seasonal fruits and berries. Undeniably, coyotes also nab their share of pets, sheep, chickens, and other domestic livestock. Using that keen nose and also sharp hearing, coyote travels alone or in pairs and lives a secretive lifestyle. As well as it can, it remains on the edge of awareness of both potential predator and potential prey. This wild dog with 4-toed tracks has adapted well to human development across the continent, and it can even be found thriving in the heart of some of America's largest cities. Just a few years ago, one ran into an elevator inside a Seattle skyscraper and took a ride. Not long after that, another one was found taking another ride, this time in the luggage compartment of an airport shuttle tram. Coyote is known for cunning, adaptability, craftiness, and ability to survive anywhere. These qualities likely led to coyotes' mythic connotations among the indigenous people of North America. The trickster. In many Native American stories, Coyote uses his unorthodox foolery to save the humans in a pinch. He brings fire to the teeth-chattering, shivering humans in one story. In another story, where no human man can interest the most beautiful and artistic woman, Coyote uses tricks to attract her attention, marry her, bear children, and so preserve the source of cultural creativity. In yet another story, after the creator made a little mistake in the initial creation of animals, Coyote is the one who makes sure every animal receives an anus. In some stories, the trickster is the creator. Nearly every tribe tells innumerable stories of Trickster, the foolish bringer of lessons. Coyote is just one version, one manifestation of this ubiquitous trickster. On every continent of this planet, Trickster shows up as different animals: jackal, raven, rabbit, raccoon, spider, fox, and many others. The trends in the Trickster stories are the same, however. When things go wrong and humans or animals don't know what to do, when none of the traditional approaches work, the trickster shows up. With some wacky, out-of-the-box approach that at first seems ridiculous, Trickster cleverly makes things right. The worldwide presence of such stories tells us the trickster is a vital figure in human societies. In fact, Trickster in human form almost always causes the huge leaps in cultural change. Gandhi played his trickster card when he said he'd topple the British oppression by marching to the sea and making salt. Jesus, as the trickster, threw the money changers out of the temple and allowed himself to be led to death when no one else understood why. Buddha became the trickster when he denounced the luxuries of the most sought-after position of prince in order to free humans from suffering. Even Bill Gates of Microsoft was a trickster when he dreamed of a computer in every home and began selling strange clunky boxes with screens and keyboards. Can't you hear the laughter aimed at these fools? Yes, at first they seem a little crazy, a little off their rocker, a few cards short of a deck, but trickster is the driving force of evolution. Trickster energy creates change by doing the outlandish so well that the outlandish becomes the new accepted norm. Then another trickster comes along to shift that norm, and on and on. Trickster has a bad reputation. He is conniving, lying, cheating, falsifying, lazy, and good for nothing. He is also a god with quite a lot of power. He can die and be born again. He can shift his shape. He has a plan, but you don't know what it is. Through shifty means, he guides folks through the low roads of transformation. Quick-witted and convincing, he brings them out the other side, bright as butterflies. Ellen Haas, trickster, has a bad reputation. Around the edge I am traveling. Around the edge I am traveling. In a sacred manner, I am traveling. Traditional Lakota song honoring the wolf, fox, and coyote clans, translated by Gilbert Walking Bull.